Hello everyone, I hope this video finds you guys doing very well. Welcome to another analysis. Before we start, I just wanted to remind you that you can support the channel on Patreon with a small tip. And more importantly, I've launched my masterclass where I teach you everything there is to know about game and tactical analysis. You can find all details in the description. Thanks a lot. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Leandro Paredes during the Copa America. He was the only Argentinian in the best 11 of the competition, and he got nominated as the best holding midfielder of the tournament. So let's see this in details. Paredes was a key element for Argentina. He was in fact the only field player to play every minute of every game with Otamendi. Argentina played the first game in a flat 4-4-2. It was not a great game, and it was not a great system for Paredes either. So Scaloni changed his plan and went for a diamond 4-4-2. It was a better system for Paredes and therefore a better system for the team. And we are going to see why. Paredes played as a numero 5 position, and from his deep position he was in charge of leading the team. Leandro Paredes is a positional and static midfielder. He can be the central point of balance in the system, but he doesn't always offer the most simple pass lanes. The double pivot of the 4-4-2 was very difficult for him on that respect. He would be easily far from the ball. He is very passive in possession and waits for the ball to come to him. Opponents would try to cover shadow him when they pressed, and he would not always drop between the centre backs. He should be more reactive and mobile to use free space off the ball. Sometimes he prefers to create space for the defender instead of asking the ball in the middle of many opponents. He regularly fails to give a solution on the inside where it could be interesting, and he remains in a covering position. And we see it is super useful when he does offer passing lanes on the inside. He rarely carries the ball forward as he doesn't want to be out of position. He relies more on his passing. He's got some dribbling abilities, but he doesn't really use them. His ability to shield the ball really is one of his main strengths. He avoids losing the ball in a very sensitive zone of the field, and he also earns many fouls with his pressure resistance. Shielding the ball is all about technique on the ball, quality in the body contact, and deceiving the opponents. Argentina didn't play the most sophisticated football collectively. Paredes would be the main organizer and bring quality to a team having 50% ball possession. They were the 5th team in the Copa America. The Copa was in majority played on a pretty slow tempo, and Argentina was no exception. Paredes drops between the centre-backs to receive the ball facing play or create numerical superiority. When there was no option, he would not take useless risks. Instead, he would recycle possession to extend the phase on the ball. When Argentina attack, he stays in cover to keep the ball moving instead of going forward. Argentina would not play many combinations. When they did, Paredes was involved most of the time, in situations where he showed quicker reactions, by the way. Maybe his best and most impressive quality: forward and line breaking passing. Basic stats don't say how useful it can be, but the video analysis does. He can also deliver through balls behind the defense, but that's not easy from his deep position. The quality in the passing does not only come with technique, but also in the ability to hide and disguise where you intend to play the ball. He's got a world-class long passing, but the Argentinian compact shape will not give many opportunities to play long, only 5 attempts per game for 56% success. He is in general way better in club football, but the quality in the delivery and the technique was blatant. Messi was the main dead ball taker of the team, but it was shared with Paredes, who's also a top-level set-piece, corner kick and free kick taker. He was involved mainly on corner kicks with a good level of quality in general. he had almost no direct free kick to take. They were all for Messi in general. Real ability is to shoot from distance, but he would not be seen too often in shooting positions because of his deep role in the team. He's got a weak mobility to cover wide distances, but the three-man midfield brought some protection to him and the Argentinian bloc, and the slow tempo of the tournament did help as well. Argentina held a very patient mid-block in defense. The double pivot of the first game made him suffer defensively to cover the width. After the first game, Scaloni made his team play with 3 central midfielders, which made Paredes' life easier. The association of Paredes and the ball was one of the best things Scaloni could find for his team. He rarely stepped out on opponents, and so did Argentina. The team almost never pressed high. He's got a limited level of dynamism and reactivity, but high level of aggressiveness on defensive challenges when he does get involved. Solid player on body contacts with a certain volume of fouls. Two fouls per game, so 12 fouls committed on the whole Copa America. Quite tall for South American standards, and he won 83% of his aerial duels. He was actually the player completing the most ball recoveries in midfield during the whole tournament. He's not a defensive expert though. He can lack of precision and quality and be caught out of position while defending. It's worth mentioning that he's got dreadful changes of direction, and it's even worse in PSG where games are faster. He likes to dive into tackles a lot, probably the defensive technique he masters the most, with a good level of success, but it is also quite risky with errors and falls. slowish running effort even at full speed. Therefore, it's difficult for him to track back on large distances or against fast opponents. He had a decent level of discipline and involvement during the Copa though. I find it impressive how he likes to talk to referees, and not always in a really nice way. All following clips are scenes after falls where he was not involved whatsoever. So it's the end of the analysis, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget you can find all details about the Patreon or the masterclass in the description. You can also follow me on Twitter, and see you next time.